I will not lose another man.
If you do, it'll be war.
I'm not here to discuss my past.
Welcome back to Movie Mojo 10. Today, we are going to present you with the top 10 shows that you really must see because they are not only wonderful, but also unforgettable. You will be left wanting more after watching these episodes, and believe us when we say that you won't be able to stop watching just one episode. Let's take a deep dive into the world of storytelling, which will keep you captivated throughout the entire night. Number 10, The Terror.
This place wants us dead. What could have done that?
This scary, supernatural horror anthology series titled The Terror digs into infamous historical catastrophes and is a collection of short stories. The first season, which was based on the novel written by Dan Simmons, is a fictionalization of the polar expedition that Captain Sir John Franklin led from 1845 to 1848 but never returned. The crews of the HMS Erebus and HMS Terror are not only confronted with the terrible circumstances of the Arctic, but they are also being pursued by a horrific thing that resembles a polar bear. The second season, which is titled Infamy, takes place in a Japanese-American internment camp during World War II. Within this historical setting, the show investigates otherworldly atrocities that occur during this time period. Devil and Silver, upcoming third season of the series, is based on the novel written by Victor Laval and promises to continue the series' reputation of combining horrific supernatural aspects with historical events. Number 9, Gangs of London.
We are making enemies out of business partners. We've got to find a peaceful solution to this.
The action-packed and suspenseful criminal series Gangs of London is quite captivating. Specifically, it focuses on the power conflicts that take place between rival gangs in London. As a result of the killing of Finn Wallace, the head of the most powerful crime family in the city, his impulsive son Sean Wallace steps up to take his father's place. This results in turmoil and conflict as several criminal organizations compete for control of the situation. Throughout the course of the series, topics such as loyalty, betrayal, and the harsh reality of organized crime are discussed. Audiences have been attracted by Gangs of London, which has won accolades for its fascinating writing and acting. The film's violent action sequences, complicated characters, and gloomy atmosphere have all contributed to the film's success. Number 8, Gen V.
I'm still drunk from last night.
Perfect, just take a sip, say Turbo Rush cures hangovers.
I wouldn't pour this on my give it cured cancer.
The universe of The Boys serves as the backdrop for the action-packed superhero series known as Gen V. The narrative focuses on the first generation of superheroes who are aware that their abilities originate from Compound V rather than being bestowed by supernatural beings. These young heroes strive for the top ranking at Godalkin University, which is a school for battling crime. They put their physical and moral bounds to the test as they compete for the top spot on the show. Jazz Sinclair plays the role of Marie Moreau, a hemokinetic who has the ability to control blood, and Lizzie Broadway plays Emma Meyer, who has the ability to change her size. They discover dark secrets about the school as they negotiate the competitive and dangerous atmosphere, and a decision must be made on the kind of heroes they want to become as a result of this discovery. One of the most exciting and thought-provoking approaches to the superhero genre is provided by Gen V. Number 7, A Discovery of Witches.
If we witches have the book of spells, it could change everything. You need to be careful.
The All Souls trilogy by Deborah Harkness serves as the inspiration for this enthralling fantasy series called The Show. The protagonist of the narrative is Diana Bishop, a historian and a reluctant witch who, while exploring the Bodleian Library in Oxford, comes across a text that has been enchanted. As a result of her finding, she is thrown back into the world of magic, where she forms a partnership with Matthew Claremont, a mystery vampire biochemist, in spite of the lack of trust that has existed between their species for a very long time. Diana and Matthew come together to form a partnership in order to safeguard the text and explore its mysteries while avoiding danger from other supernatural beings. In addition to examining topics such as forbidden love, identity, and the conflict between good and evil, the series features outstanding performances from Teresa Palmer in the role of Diana and Matthew Good in the role of Number 6, Black Sails.
Without it, the ship is doomed. I gave you an order.
And what happens when those orders get us killed?
Black Sails is an exciting historical drama about pirates that takes place in the early 18th century and serves as a prelude to the classic Treasure Island novel written by Robert Louis Stevenson. A charismatic and deadly pirate named Captain Flint and his crew are the protagonists of this book, which follows them as they sail the perilous waters around New Providence Island. Flint's pursuit for treasure, power, and survival transpires as they engage in combat with competing pirates, the British Navy, and their own personal demons respectively. The themes of loyalty, betrayal, and ambition are explored concurrently with Flint by a wide range of characters, one of them being the renowned Long John Silver. Number 5. Ahsoka.
You never made things easy for me, Master.
There is a thrilling space fantasy series called Ahsoka that takes place in the Star Wars world. Ahsoka Tano, a former student of the Jedi, is the protagonist of this novel. She is tasked with investigating a new danger that has emerged in the galaxy following the collapse of the Galactic Empire. After reuniting with allies such as Sabine Wren and Hera Syndulla, Ahsoka engages in combat with remnants of the Empire, one of which is the ominous Grand Admiral Thrawn. In addition to delivering spectacular action, emotional depth, and complex world-building, the series features a stellar ensemble that includes Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, Natasha Liu Bordizzo as Sabine, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead as Hera. It is anticipated that Ahsoka will be an enthralling addition to the Star Wars saga, which will appeal to both old fans and new viewers alike. Number 4. The Last Kingdom.
If my brother falls in battle, the boy must fall.
This is an epic historical play that is based on the Saxon stories, which was written by Bernard Cornwell. Uhtred of Bebbanburg, a Saxon lord who was reared by Vikings, is the protagonist of this book, which takes place in the 9th century and follows him as he navigates the turbulent environment of England during the Viking invasions. The voyage that Uhtred takes is motivated by his desire to recapture the lands that belonged to his ancestors, as well as his complicated relationship with King Alfred of Wessex. Uhtred is forced to contend with a multitude of conflicts, betrayals, and alliances throughout the course of the series, all while attempting to safeguard his family and respect his dual heritage. Creating a universe that is rich and fascinating, full of political intrigue, epic battles, and personal drama, the show does a remarkable job of blending historical events with fictitious aspects. Number 3. The Punisher.
Not suspicious at all.
Frank Castle, a former Marine whose life is turned upside down when his wife and children are murdered, is the protagonist of the action-packed television drama, The Punisher. Frank takes up the nickname The Punisher and sets out on a dogged mission to discover the truth about the circumstances surrounding the loss of his family. He is consumed by grief and a need for retribution because of this. As he continues to investigate, he comes upon a massive conspiracy that extends all the way into the most obscure parts of society. In addition to delving into topics such as retribution, morality, and atonement, the series expertly combines violent action sequences with great emotional depth. The series has been extolled by critics for its captivating narrative and intricate character development, qualities that have distinguished it as a standout within the Marvel Universe. Number 2. Peaky Blinders.
2, 1, bang.
In the aftermath of World War I, the Shelby criminal family in Birmingham, England, rose to prominence, and this British crime thriller follows their climb to power. Cillian Murphy plays the role of Thomas Tommy Shelby, a former war hero who has become an ambitious mobster. Shelby is the one in charge of the show. As Tommy grows his family's illegal businesses, he faces competition from rival gangs, law enforcement, and political. The series digs into the strategic moves that Tommy goes through in order to accomplish this. Intricately woven throughout the story are concepts like loyalty, authority, and the psychological wounds that are caused by war. The series has received praise from critics for its captivating narrative, its multifaceted characters, and its evocative portrayal of Britain in the early 20th century for the series. As a result of its success in attracting devoted viewers and receiving praise from critics, Peaky Blinders has established itself as a distinct leader in the field of crime dramas. Number 1. Money Heist. La Casa de Papel, which was the original title of this captivating Spanish heist criminal drama series, was conceived and developed by Alex Pene, An odd crew of thieves, led by the mysterious professor, plot and carry out an ambitious theft on the Royal Mint of Spain, and later on the Bank of Spain. The story revolves around these bunch of thieves. A fresh and interesting point of view is introduced by the fact that the series is told from the point of view of Tokyo, who is one of the robbers. In order to carry out their painstakingly planned heist, the thieves, each of whom has their own unique personality and history, grab hostages and lock themselves inside the Royal Mint. They then manipulate the authorities and police in order to complete their theft. As a result of its ability to attract fans all around the world, Money Heist has become one of the most successful and extensively watched shows featured on Netflix.